Hi folks. Now, when I was growing up, there was two things about employment that I got told. Number one was that it was better to be in a bad job than have no job at all, and number two was that as long as you did something, no matter what the job was, it was okay. Now, while I do agree with those two statements to a point, I also think they can be quite dangerous things to tell people. Now, when you're in a job that you absolutely hate, it is going to have detrimental effects on your mental health. It's going to possibly make you depressed. You're going to have anxiety. It's going to affect you in other areas of your life, your friendships, your relationships. Now, don't get me wrong. No, there's no job in the world that is perfect. You're going to have bad days in any job, no matter what that is. But when you're in a job you absolutely hate, you're not working with nice work colleagues, and you're just not feeling fulfilled, and you're being taken advantage of by an employer, it can be absolutely hell. I've been in those situations myself, and it was horrible. Now, when people say, as long as you do something, it's okay, but the problem with doing that, sometimes it stops you from fulfilling your potential. Now, when I left school, I trained to be a chef. I absolutely hated it. It was probably the worst thing I ever did. It got to the point where every time I said to someone that I wanted to leave, it would be, people would say to me, like at work, well, I mean, your money's not that bad, I mean, it's, you're on just above minimum wage, it's okay, the job you do isn't really that hard, it's not that bad. And then I'd start questioning myself, and I'd think, oh, well, maybe I am being selfish, maybe I should just stick in it because it's not that bad, and, maybe this is what I'm meant to do. But deep down, I had this niggling voice. I mean, I wasn't a straight A student at school. I didn't go to university, but I wasn't thick. I got B's and C's, in my GCSEs. I went on to obtain, 3 diplomas, and I could study. I went to night school and did a couple of courses, and I passed, all the things that I was studying for. But I had this niggling voice inside me that, deep down I could have done something better. But I stupidly listened to other people, and every time someone, it just took a few what ifs, and oh, your life's not that bad, and oh, it's okay, and I'd start panicking and thinking, oh, maybe this is where I'm meant to be, maybe I am wrong for wanting to better myself. But you should never feel wrong about wanting to better yourself. When you look at this poor lady in the picture here, she looks totally fed up, obviously not happy in her job, and there's a reason why you're not happy. And if you really, do want to better yourself, then one thing I've learned is when you do want to do a course or you are thinking of changing careers, do not tell people. Only tell someone if you really, really trust them. Because, the amount of times I had an idea or I thought of doing something, and people would try and either talk me out of it, or they'd say, oh, no, you couldn't do that. No, that's way out of your league. Oh, no, that's your level here. You'll never get to here. And it is absolute rubbish. When I left catering, I got a job as cabin crew. It was the best thing I ever did. I had people behind my back telling me I wouldn't, saying I wouldn't get through the training, and I wouldn't be good enough. But I proved them all wrong. I've been flying for 17 years now. Best thing I ever did. Absolutely love my job, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So if you are in a job you're not happy in, or you don't feel fulfilled, that's okay. You are allowed to feel like that. It's okay to be fed up, and to get disillusioned with life, as we all do at some point. But if your job really is that bad, just keep looking for something else. Get your CV redone. And just put yourself out there. Now with social media, you've got LinkedIn. There's so many other options that we didn't have 20 years ago. So if you feel your job isn't for you, it's okay. You are allowed to feel that way, and you are totally entitled to better yourself.